All right, set us up for today. Who are the top players on your board? Give us the deepest positions and the ones that the Cowboys should be looking at, Dalton.
Yeah, players on my board is pretty much everybody. I mean, listen, guys, there is a ton of really big firepower left. There have been no defensive tackles taken so far in this draft class. There have been no safeties taken so far in this draft class. So you have Trayvon Moehrig still available. You have Richie Grant, who I don't think they're really keen on. But Javon Holland still on the board. Jamar Johnson, he would be a round 3 target for me personally, the Indiana safety, but he's a free safety type as well. And then obviously Jeff's favorite, Ardarius Washington. Andre Cisco, I would wait till day 3 personally, but he's a ball hawking type of guy. At corner, this is the big one. Ifeatu Melifonwu. If he's there at 44, that's what I'm jumping on right away. He's the perfect fit for the Cowboys cover 3 scheme. Kelvin Joseph is another name. Boss Man Fat, the cornerback from Kentucky. He is a rapper.
Wait, did you say LSU. Boss Man Fat?
That is his rap name. Boss Man Fat.
Yes. I thought someone tweeted that at me, and I thought they were like insulting something for real. I was like, will you call me the big boss man, like with the nightstick from back in the day? Are you kidding me? All right, keep on going.
Yeah, Boss Man Fat's another one. Asante Samuel Jr. might not be a fit for the Dallas Cowboys, but if they do take him, it might mean that Anthony Brown is going to play on the outside and Asante Samuel Jr. will play in the slot. And then Tyson Campbell is a name that, doesn't get talked about as much, but I think is a really good fit for this cover 3 scheme as well. And he is a great athlete on top of that. They have guys at edge. Azeez Ojulari fell to the 2nd round. There's talks about knees, or his knee being maybe degenerative. That seems like a blue star special for the Dallas Cowboys to take a position that isn't their biggest need and an injured guy, but is high potential at the edge rusher position. Joseph Asai, the Texas prospect at edge rusher, is still around. I really, really like him as well if he's around. I know Jeff really likes Carlos Basham, so there's a ton of guys at positions that you really need still available for this football team that'll be around at 44. And then I think there's going to be great value at 75, particularly at the defensive tackle spot, because I think Aleem McNeil, Jay Tufele, Tommy Togiai, Marlon Tuipulotu, McNeil, North Carolina State, Jay Tufele, USC, Marlon Tuipulotu, USC, and Tommy Togiai, Ohio State. I think all those guys are probably going to be there at 75. You're going to have your pick of the litter.
Yeah, their 2nd round MO, Sean, for the last 20 years. Let's find an injured guy that might be really, really good. Last night at Pluckers, Tyson Campbell's name came up for 5 straight picks as the guy they thought that was going to be picked next. That was the guy everybody thought was going to be on the board or gone in the 20s. So being able to get him in the 40s, right, that seems to be like it would be a really good value pick. Are there people that had low 1st-round grades on him?
I mean, I had a mid-second on him, and I think I was one of the higher guys. I mean, he had a ton of hype going into the season because he was such a great athlete. I think he's the better of the 2 Georgia corners. I know Eric Stokes ended up going in the 1st round, and people loved Eric Stokes' speed, but I think that Tyson Campbell has the higher overall upside. He's got a better frame overall, and I think that he's better, obviously, against the run, which doesn't matter a ton at corner. But I think he has the potential to be a legitimate CB1 at the next level because I think he can be physical enough against wide receivers where Eric Stokes kind of falls flat there.
How many 1st-rounders do you have left on your board?
I haven't gone through and done it, but just looking here, I have Tevin Jenkins is a 1st-rounder, and I think that's it for my 1st-rounders. I have a bunch of high 2nd-round guys still around. Samuel Cosme, the offensive tackle from Texas. Richie Grant, the safety from UCF. Those are kind of the 2 highest guys I have. Elijah Moore, the wide receiver from Ole Miss, is also a high 2nd-round grade for me. And then I have 2 mid-2nd-round grades on Christian Barmore, who could be a possibility at 44, and Aleem McNeil, who I don't think is going to go anywhere near 44, but I personally love.
So it's deep at corner. No safeties have been taken. And offensive line depth is what? Which Mike McCarthy wants, and we could have had last night in Rashawn Slater. And linebacker, of course, is deep after we already took one.
Yeah, with offensive guard, you have Wyatt Davis, the Ohio State guard, and Trey Smith, the Tennessee guard, who are both really good players. Kendrick Green probably isn't a fit for the Dallas Cowboys, but he's a good guard center type prospect. Deontay Brown is a mauler, Alabama offensive guard. I love his game. If he's there at 75, depending on what the board looks like, I might consider it. And then at offensive tackle, like I said, Samuel Cosmi. Tevin Jenkins is more of a right tackle. And then Liam Eichenberg is somebody as well. The issue with the guys now is there's not a ton of offensive tackle, offensive guard type hybrid guys. You have Jaylen Mayfield from Michigan, who could be that kind of guy. And then you have also Jackson Carman from Clemson, who could be that kind of offensive tackle, offensive guard guys. I think they both project a guard.